What's up? Pick Central, Thursday, first day of the tournament. Merry Christmas to everybody. Joined by Smitty via Zoom in the bunkers of Pennsylvania. What's up, kid?
You look like an Alabama ball boy right now.
You too.
Hey, listen.
I didn't even see what he was wearing.
I might be an Alabama bowl boy in more ways than one. I'll just leave that out there.
See the pants either, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You're about to wipe the floors at the foul shots, Rico. I love it.
These are good. These are good. I'm thinking. I got my thinking glasses on. The hair's nice. Joined also. I mean, can you do the intro?
When did they give you that shirt?
What? They give me everything. Wait till you see. I'm not even gonna jinx it. Joined also by Marty Mush. Pick Central, we got Ebo and Za, and Arya behind the glass, correct? Did I nail that? No. Okay. We'll get to you in a second.
Oh, another happy murderer back there. Nice.
Brought to you by Omaha Steaks. Spring is in the air, and that can mean only one thing: spring grilling. The steak experts at Omaha Steaks have made it easy to spring into something delicious with their semi-annual sale. With 50% off site-wide, grab all your favorites like perfectly aged tender steaks, ocean-fresh seafood, juicy burgers, incredibly air-chilled chicken, and decadent desserts. Plus, when you go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code PICKS at checkout, you'll get an additional $30 off your order. It's the perfect way to get fired up and spring into something special. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com. Use code PICKS at checkout and take advantage of this deal. Omaha Steaks is ready to ship your order right away, and you're going to hurry. You're going to want to hurry because 50% off site-wide is only happening for a limited time, so don't miss your chance to save. Visit omahasteaks.com. Use code PICKS at checkout and get an additional $30 off when you shop their semi-annual sale today. Minimum order may be required. Listen, I don't really want to be the bearer of bad news here, and I know a lot of people want to talk about the tournament, but news is news. I'm expecting the chat to blow up. Edwin Diaz goes down for the season. We're going to do a full hour on the Mets with Frank the Tank, so if you want to go get him, let me know how the chat responds to that. We are going to do a full hour on the Mets. News takes precedent. Okay? It's just how it goes. So we'll wait to get Frank in here. We'll see how the chat reacts to that. But Smitty, thoughts? Because we're doing Mets for an hour, bud. So whatever you got.
Look, you never want to see anybody get hurt. You especially never want to see anybody get hurt in the most Mets way possible, not playing for the Mets and celebrating. Not even playing, just celebrating. So
Zaz trying to overrule you. I'm sorry. Zaz freaking out back here. He says we cannot do an hour on the Mets.
You heard me saying anything? I didn't say anything.
What? Full hours, huh?
I will say.
You report to me.
Sorry to cut you off,
Smitty is right.
How they reacting, Ebo? How do they like that firecracker?
I haven't checked it out.
All right, let me know how it goes.
I think that, I know you're kidding. But we have
I am not kidding.
Fucking.
I'm fine with it.
To him getting hurt like that is, yes, the only way the Mets player can. Second, I do agree, though, with this World Baseball Classic. I could give two shits. USA should be very good. The Dominican Republic, what?
Couldn't give two shits.
Yeah, I couldn't give two shits. Yeah, I don't care about this World Baseball Classic at all. I really don't. If one of my players got hurt, I'd fucking lose my mind.
I have a hot take based on how much money is being thrown out in baseball and the fact that it's guaranteed. I think last night you just saw the end of it.
Yeah.
I really do. I think that this is the end. I don't think anybody with a brain, any GM with a brain, I think they'll start putting it into contracts. I don't know if you can do that, but I think they would. I would. Smitty, if I was a GM, I would put it. Smitty, is that like legal? Can we go? You were pre-law in Kutztown, Pennsylvania.
First of all, Kutztown, I did not attend. Shout out one
Susquehanna.
Of the, yeah, Susquehanna. Shout out Kutztown, Andre Reed, and consistently one of the highest rated STD schools in the nation.
Fair enough. But if you were a GM, would you put this in like, hey, you can't play in the Baseball Classic?
I try, I guess. Maybe Major League Baseball could be smart and integrate it as one, make it a part of Major League Baseball. I think that's a possible solution. But you can't have superstars going down during stuff like this. You just can't.
Look at the Yankees. The Yankees pulled out Nestor Cortez. Aaron Judge ain't playing. There's a lot of players that aren't playing. So, Smitty,
look,
I have
if
a
Trey
question.
Turner didn't
Well,
even
that's what
take
I
a
was
hack if he never took
gonna
a
ask
hack in
you.
the regular season and got hurt during the World Baseball Classic, Philly would erupt.
You pay Trey Turner $350 million, and then he gets hurt in the World Baseball Class. Like, that should be like, hey, we're giving you this money. You're not playing in this shit.
Yeah, I agree. So
No.
and now you got Frank the Tank going after Scott Van Pelt's kids. Like, you don't know what's going on.
That is
World Baseball
true. I mean,
Classic's just getting everybody in a bad trouble.
Jose Batista's playing. Go have him play. Like, we don't
That's
need
true.
our fucking
yeah, I
guys
kind of like
playing.
that. Like Julio Franco? What's
Yeah.
Julio Franco now? Like give me an at bat with him.
I want Raul Mondesi
Put
out
Griff
there.
Exactly. bring Sheffield back.
Yes.
Put Griffey in. Let's see if Griffey can still
Yes.
track down a fly ball. Like
100%.
do that. We're gonna lose in 2
I
games, but it's
basically
whatever.
want a men's league softball team
Yeah,
out there.
Yes.
Of
Yes. But then
famous-
again, you get like the 3-on-3 Ice Cubes deal where Iverson comes out and plays, and you're expecting to see like old school AI, and it just
Well, but here's the
Yeah.
thing, Smitty. You don't care anyway. So
That's
what do
true.
you fucking care if it's a softball
have
game?
you
I say
guys-
make it a fucking softball game.
You guys watch?
Let me see arc ball and see how far Frank Thomas can hit a arc ball softball right now.
Do you guys watch?
The fence is at 600 feet. I don't care.
I don't watch.
No, I don't watch
No.
1 second. Even till last night, I got texts from my friends and go, "It's over." I'm like, "What the fuck could possibly be going on?" I got
That's-
Arizona State on. I look. I'm like, it was literally almost like you had a bad friend, and they got arrested again. It's like, well, all right. Like here we go with the Mets. Like I didn't want to admit it, but we are kind of cursed. It's crazy. I don't have that full defeatist attitude, but like just the crazy shit. DeJuan Sanchez gets hit by a fucking cab. Guy named Connor Gillespie who's parking cars at Misericordia right now, or Susquehanna, where the fuck Smitty went to school. It hits a home run in one of the biggest games against us. Like it's just how it goes. DeGrom's always hurt. Like the guy barely got 40 wins.
We got another intruder?
I don't know. Yeah,
I
probably.
don't want to put this guy looks like
Don't
he
put this
beat the
guy
shit out of me.
Having a good day.
Another one of Ben Mentz's friends.
Maybe. I don't know what this guy's deal is.
He just took a golf club from him? The fuck was that?
That's not good. Looks like a beverage. It's
he have a
whatever.
putter
Listen, he's probably coming to talk to Frank. Maybe he's a closer. He wants to pitch his.
He did have an Atlanta Braves jacket on.
Oh, yeah, who knows? So, all right. So that's my take. I do think World Baseball Classic disappearing. And that's
Yeah, they got to find a way to make it. I agree. It is. If I was watching, it is kind of fun. It is kind of cool, but they got to make it more nationalistic. We said yesterday when USA and Canada are playing hockey, every bar is filled. It's a huge fucking thing. Same thing with the World Cup. Nobody really cares about.
Yeah,
World
but
Baseball
let's not. If you're gonna do this, let's not make it 2 weeks before the season. Let's make it.
that's
too.
a very weird part.
Like,
that,
why is it they should be with their team? Like, this is a very moment where they should be with their team, getting together. I think it's very stupid.
So that's it on that. All right, so we'll go back to the lines. We did it the other day. So here's what we're gonna do, Smitty. There's a theory everybody loves to try to bet. You can load up the calls too, Ebo. We'll mix them in. As long as they play this game, like stick to the theme here. What we're gonna do is love, meaning I'm betting it. Like, you kind of got like, I know we don't use the word lean, but if going down the entire board, if you had to make a pick, you have a strong feeling on which way you are. And if it's a stay away, it's lay down. If you lay down and you possibly miss the game, you're okay with that because you have no real opinion on it. So we're going love, like, lay down. Marty, first game of the day.
Love San Diego State today.
No. That's not the first game of the day. It's not the first game of the day. It's just not. I haven't stormed off a stream in a long fucking time. I will fucking walk out. And worse, I will go get Frank and dominate this fucking room. Play the fucking game. Lay down.
I like West Virginia.
Also, Za, you have to just quickly give a pick on either of these because somehow I feel like you could go 14-2. Like a guy with no opinions could just go 14-2.
Actually, you should ask Aria pre-show what I said about you, what I'm rooting for.
What are you rooting for?
I'm rooting that you have the greatest fucking March Madness.
Thank you.
Because if there's anyone in this company that needs it, it's you, Rico.
Hey, did anyone
That's
see?
a compliment, but that's a little dig at the end.
That was definitely a
That's
dig.
a real dig at the
Did
end.
anyone see Dave tweet at me yesterday? Okay.
Wait, see
thanks,
what?
guys.
GPS hit, right?
Yeah, Dave tweeted at me. He remembered I was a person, so that's big.
So we obviously have the pick 'em parlay. There's boosted odds. There's Big Cats parlay. Dave's parlay at Barstool Sports book. You know what? I'll tell you that right now, actually. Tourney, $100 sign-up offer. New users sign up for the Barstool Sportsbook. Use code Tourney. Place a $10 plus cash wager on any NCAA basketball tournament bet available. Win or lose, get $100 in sportsbook bonus cash. See app for terms and details. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER for help. So, again, love, like, lay down. Marty, first game of the day.
I like West Virginia -2.5. This is for me.
Hold on, it went back down to 2.5?
Yeah.
It's 3. It's a backup.
Okay, so the line is moving all over the place.
2.5 on the sportsbook right now.
Yeah.
I'm 2.5 West Virginia because this is simply, for me, Big 12 over Big 10. I think these teams are very similar. I obviously, like, I could go either way, but this is just Big 12. They had to play so many harder teams than Maryland. Maryland's very fucking streaky. Going West Virginia.
So based off the exercise, this is a love for me, but weirdly, I got it at 3.5, which I don't love. But either way, I'm on. I bet it, but I like it at 3.5. Like, I already am not feeling confident about it. I agree with you. Bob Huggins, his team seems to be thrilled to make this tournament. They were never really in doubt, but Maryland was the top 25 team, kind of fell down. I don't love Willard in the tournament.
That's also
it's a guy. Yeah, it's a guy who hasn't really had much success. His best year should have been the COVID year. He kind of got screwed with that. I'm playing West Virginia, but I'm not overly confident about it. Smitty, which way you going?
I got 3 things. Real quick, I take back my ball boy sentiments. You do not look like an Alabama ball boy. You look more like hello, Yak.
What the fuck is going on?
You resemble more of the sports information director intern.
Thank you.
Yes, with
Tracking the stats. Thank you.
Number 2, as akin to what you said to Za, you think Za's going to go 12-2 today. I made my wife fill out a bracket last night. Any coin flip, I'm going with her. She went Maryland. I'm going Maryland. Also, the sharp money's on Maryland right now.
Okay.
Rhea went with Maryland, too. I made her do the same thing.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Za.
That's the way you got to win, baby.
Za, what do you got?
What's the game?
Maryland, West Virginia. West Virginia laying 3. So
I've been to West Virginia and I've been to Maryland. Maryland has a soft place in my heart because that's where the Arsenal preseason this season was, and we played very, very well, set us up for a very good season. So I'm going to go Maryland.
Okay, all right. Somebody keep track of that. I'm telling you, he's going 14-2. Marty, next game of the day.
Next game of the day, Furman, Virginia. Virginia's -6.
What's the total?
131.
Okay. I love Furman here, plus 5.5 is what I got it at. I'm starting to get worried it's a little too trendy, but yeah. I really, and Furman hasn't played great against the higher level competition. But again, Virginia's not really going to go out and score 75 on somebody. The offense is really, really bad. Furman wants to shoot the 3. I like this team live to cover. I kind of like them on the money line. I just didn't have the guts. I think I picked Furman in the bracket. I love Furman here. I really do. It's a play against Virginia. You got to put a line in the sand. That's where I'm at.
You said that it's becoming like trendy, right?
Yes.
It is. But to be honest, every fucking upset becomes trendy in March because like somebody's 12
got it. There's a lot of
12 is like everyone thinks that every 12 is going to win. Like I'm almost changed everything this year where I'm like I think Virginia's just going to win. Like, I'm okay with the 6. Like, 6 is a scary spread. This is like a lay down for me because I'm scared of the spread. I'm not confident in either one. I'm going Virginia -6, but I think everyone loves an upset. And I think when you do your bracket, if you don't think Furman's going to fucking make it till a Sweet 16 or whatever, I just go Virginia just in case. Because I think that if they make that run after that, you're fucked.
That's where I'm at with Tennessee. We'll get to them. That's kind of where I'm at with Tennessee.
And if I think Virginia's going to lose the next round, I'll take the upset just
that makes
because.
Sense, yeah.
You know what I mean?
It makes sense. You're eliminating where you can go.
Yeah.
Smitty, what do you got?
I'm liking Furman. The money's on Furman right now. There's going to be upsets in the tournament. Virginia can't score. Why not? I don't see Virginia going far anyway. So if they lose or if they win, doesn't really affect my bracket.
Yeah, Virginia's also just a team that I don't want to root for. That style of play, it's not like Houston's style of play is truthfully getting your shorts defense. So they're lower scoring games you respect because it's these guys play great defense. Virginia's defense seems to have been not as great as it has been in the past, but their offense is just horrible. It's so bad. I just can't get behind Virginia. Marty, Za, what do you got? Virginia or Furman?
I just got intel that good old Virginia plays in Charlottesville. You know what happened in Charlottesville, if you know what I mean, right? So Virginia is the pick.
You like tiki torches?
Virginia is the pick.
Next game is Utah State, Missouri. I love Utah State.
As do I.
I love Utah State -1.5. That's one of my favorite plays of the day. I am not sold on Missouri at all. They're a little banged up as well. I'm all over Utah State.
So it really comes down to me. Utah State's going to shoot the three well. Missouri's going to play offense well. Missouri's defense, though, is horrific. Utah State's more in like the 60 to 65 range. I think Utah State can get the stops they need while Missouri can't. That'll also depend. I mean, listen, if Utah State goes 2 of 20 from 3, I'm dead. But they shoot a lot of them. They shoot it well. I think that means they run good stuff. They're going to get open looks, plus especially with Missouri's defense, get caught on switches. I think Utah State can pull their pants down. I really, really, really like Utah State here. It's probably my second best bet of the day, behind Houston at the end of the night. But yeah, I'm really loving here Utah State. Smitty, what do you got?
Yeah, I love it too, and not because of anything else, but the line. When you're favored by 1.5 and you're a lower seed, done.
So
That's
yes,
it.
so
Done.
this also is like a straight up. It's tied in to me with Boise State, who I also like, which I believe is tomorrow. But the Mountain West looked like shit last night, right? Nevada gets run out of the building. If Utah State loses here, I got to change my tune on the Mountain West.
Look, Nevada looked bad. They couldn't beat a Pee Wee team or a CYO team that you're
they're
expecting.
horrific in the tournament.
But Arizona State did shoot 95%.
Bro, Arizona State can do that sometimes, man. Oh my God. It was unreal.
Like, it was an NBA Jam He's on Fire session from start to finish.
Yeah, it's just the Mountain West. You're going to know real quick, and they've been horrific in the tournament. But I love Utah State. It must be early. The call's not loaded up. What are these guys doing? It's fine. We'll go through. We got 16 games.
You gotta put the number on the screen.
Oh, yeah. They don't know. Nobody knows the number.
The next 2 games we could just go through. I hate these games, honestly, but it's the Howard versus Kansas and then Alabama versus Texas A&M, Corpus Christi.
I'm going to play Bama first half.
I mean, I don't know how you don't.
I like Bama first
Take
half.
Bama -23.5. Like, you just have to. There's no way in the world you can like.
You know what? Yeah, I'm probably going to add that as well.
Like, they're going to win by 40.
Well, it's one of those they kind of have to.
Yeah. And that's why I have the under in that.
I think you're kind of getting it. It's weird. I said it all the time. These 1 seed lines are fucking down.
Yeah.
They're really, really down.
I thought Alabama would be -30.
Wasn't Alabama laying 17 to South Carolina
Yeah.
that first time?
Yeah.
I
just think, I don't know. These games are just so whatever to me.
Kansas is a stay away. Kansas is a lay down.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't lay down during the tournament. I don't sleep. But I'm passing. I'm laying down because the Bill Self stuff. I do think Kansas is way more talented than Howard. I do think Howard's going to try and run.
You think Kansas is
With
more
them,
talented than Howard?
Yes, obviously. I didn't go out on a limb and say that. Real hot take. But yeah, I do think Howard. I think Howard wants to run at a high tempo as well, which favors Kansas' style.
McCullough is not starting either.
Yeah, he's hurt too. Obviously, that's a big problem. So it's a lay down for me. Smitty, you have either play on one of these 1 seeds?
I got the under in the Alabama game under 155.5. I think they just get up. Say they score 100. Like, I don't see the opponent scoring 55. I just don't.
Yeah,
So,
that's the thing
you
too.
under
People think Alabama like, oh well, they run and they play fast and means they have a bad defense. They're like 4th or 5th in the country in defense.
Yeah.
So teams, especially these bad teams, like they're not, and they don't pull the starters. And Alabama goes 9 deep if they really want. Like they'll pull back to the second team, but the second team would start on a lot of other teams in the country.
Alabama.
So I think they're going to give them fits.
Alabama head coach Nate Oates says Brandon Miller needs armed security to keep him safe after his star player received numerous disturbing messages. You think he was going to get butterflies?
I don't think he was going to get butterflies, but yeah, I saw the quote. I saw the story. Obviously, it makes sense. I mean, you don't know the guy just walked in here. Like, what do we think's going to fucking happen to him?
He should, I'm
not saying it's.
I hope he's like, no one should ever hurt him and say shit, but you
Yeah, but you
were
have-
involved or allegedly
Fair enough.
involved in a murder, people are going to be pissed.
But if you're getting those emails and you're getting those calls, and
you
it's
should
a
have
significant
security,
amount,
sure.
you have to go to. Now, if you agree with that, no, whatever. You're
Have
mad about it is what it is. But so Smitty, playing Bama, laying down on Kansas.
Correct.
Okay, I like that as well. Za, which way?
Bama, Kansas.
Yeah.
Bama, let's go, Bama, Nate Oates, baby.
All right. What about Kansas, Howard?
So I gotta rep my brothers. Let's go.
I
Howard.
was wondering if you knew the history of Howard.
that was my next thing.
Making sure you're paying attention. All right. What do we got?
Next is Charleston plus 5.5 against San Diego State. This is another one that people are going to. Everyone remembers Charleston. Oh, they were ranked 18th in the country. They have to be good. I'm going so heavy on San Diego State.
I can see the contrarian.
I am loving San Diego State. It's a mismatch for Charleston. They played nobody. Good. They had a nice little 30-3 season. San Diego State minus 5.5.
See, I've actually watched Charleston live, and I said it that if they go against big guards, they're going to be in trouble. It's a contrasting styles play.
Yep.
Charleston wants to run, shoot a lot of threes. Charleston also, for being undersized, they're like little fucking gnats, like 37th in the country in offensive rebound. They hammer the glass. They play hard. The one kid, I talked to the coach, the kid Bolin. I always say his name wrong. He's like blonde kid, 6'4", guard, barely 6'4". He really looks like he's 6'2". He played with an eye patch for an extended period of time because they said you gotta have the surgery. He's like, well, if I don't have the surgery, can I play with an eye patch? Like, I guess so. Knock yourself out. Like these are no, dead serious. Like these are the type of guys that Kelsey's got. Kelsey's crazy. He's climbing the net, real fiery guy, like always amped up. So I like this Charleston team. I don't think San Diego State holds major advantage with the size. I think they want to slow it down. Charleston could screw them up in a fast-paced game. I like upsets with varying tempos, but I get Marty's play on the contrarian. I also think Charleston is a little too sexy here as an upset. I think it's going to be Charleston-Furman outright in the second round. Mm-hmm. That's where I'm going. So I love Charleston, but I already am worried about it, if that makes sense. Smitty, what do you got?
Hey, I love Charleston too, and it's not based on any facts. It's based on two things. Number one, your point about the eye patch. If you got guys going I-80 and batting down the hatches on the court, that's March Madness juice. Number two, the wifey. You think the wifey isn't going to go undefeated today? She went to college at Charleston. She ran track there. She had them going to the Final Four until I said it's probably not a good idea and threatened divorce. They are winning today's game. Don't worry about College of Charleston, possibly by double digits.
Charleston, San Diego State. Charleston catching 5.5.
As a longtime writer, it's always San Diego State.
All right. I picked Charleston, so I
Thank you.
was waiting for a flip out.
Oh,
I was waiting for me to flip out. I don't know what's going on here.
You could ride with me,
No,
Zah.
not
All
even. Nah, I mean,
fine.
Rico, we have history, don't we?
Frank will be here in 7 minutes. Don't worry. I'll fuck all of you. You want to fuck me? I'll fuck all of you right back. Speaking of San Diego State, we got a guy named Jefferson in South Carolina. Or it says from South Carolina talking about San Diego State. So I think he's a Charleston homer. Which way are you going, Jefferson?
Yeah. Hey, guys. I'm Jefferson. I'm from Charleston, South Carolina. I actually went to CFC, and a lot of people that I know, a lot of close to this team, love Pat Kelsey. We lost to a UNC team. I know it was on the road at UNC when they were all live, but they didn't even make the damn tournament. And I know a lot of people from in my camp and the CFC camp that are still taking San Diego State minus 5.5 because with the travel, I know you said something about the travel, but I just don't believe in the CFC team, and I think San Diego State's going to win by at least 5.5.
I love that.
That's weird. It's weird to me why you wouldn't believe in this team, but
What's your favorite bar? What's your favorite bar in Charleston?
I work at Uptown Social, so definitely Uptown Social.
All right, just vetting, just doing the job.
what makes you so bullish on them or bearish on them? Not, I don't know the terms. Not believing
as my
in.
heart, I want to go with my school, but my bank account is much more important than my heart. So I'd rather take San Diego State minus 5.5.
All right, no problem.
Who is Charles? Like, I know this is March Madness, but like they haven't played anybody. You know, like it is a thing where they lost to Hofstra.
I feel like they had a couple of games in that College of Charleston Classic that weren't terrible, pretty impressive.
Let's
Look that up. While we do that real quick, sorry.
Lost to UNC. They beat Richmond. They beat Virginia Tech, who isn't good.
Yeah, that's the one. Virginia Tech.
They beat teams that were supposed to be like. That's it. That's all they've beaten.
Kent State is a really good mid-major. Davidson, not great in the A-10. Virginia Tech, yeah. I mean, but here's the thing, dude. Like, not a lot of these teams are going to go play home and homes with.
No, 100%.
You can't get the games.
100%.
So,
That's why I say I don't like when I say that because they
truthfully
got here,
can't get the games.
But it's San Diego State is just like you said. They're just bigger.
Different teams, obviously, but who did St. Peter's play last year in the regular season?
Kentucky.
Oh, nobody.
Or beat.
No, yeah, no. That's why I say it. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, it's March Madness. Anything can fucking happen. But St. Peter's is like, I think you can prepare more for Charleston because they were in that spotlight a little bit. Where St. Peter's was fucking. There's 17 people at that school, and
wild.
They took that. They took. To me, Kentucky took them very easily. Like, they didn't go into that being like, we need to get a fight. Like, San Diego State's going into this knowing they can lose. So I think that's where my mindset is.
Speaking of Kentucky, go ahead, Smitty.
Hofstra just beat the number 1 seed in the NIT.
Well, Rutgers.
All right,
I'm sorry.
Rutgers.
They're very nice people to me, but man, that's a bad season for them.
Did you see the clip of our guy Preston Spradling at Morehead State in the ass slapping competition with Teddy Valentine?
That was weird.
Nuts. Speaking of Kentucky, Bobby in Kentucky.
Hey, what's up, Marty?
What's going on?
I'm back, baby. Let's go.
Anybody else you want to talk to, or go ahead, Bobby?
All
right.
Talk to me, Bobby.
Go ahead,
I'm
Bobby.
sorry,
What do you
Rico.
got?
My bad.
All
right. I would address you, Rico, but I got some bad news for you. And K-State's going down in the second round, and Providence is going down in the first round, and here's why. Who's going to match up for Providence to out-rebound Kentucky and Big O? I mean, I was on 2 weeks ago. I was having a midlife crisis. I feel a lot better now. I was looking at the stats, running some numbers. I was on the computer with my cloud glasses. Found out Providence is 1-5 when they're getting out-rebounded. All right? So, number one, Ed Crosswell is probably going to be matched up on Big O. Not even in the same ballpark as far as talent. So, bam, there goes them. They're very guard dominant in Providence. Cool beans, bro. See you later. Nice knowing you. Now, second round, we got K-State. Once again, not a big rebounding team. Keontae Johnson, probably going to be on Big O. Guess who out-rebounds Keontae Johnson? Oh, yeah, Big O. Look at us, baby. I'm back.
I don't hate.
Also, shout out to Vicky D from Rough and Rowdy.
All right.
Wood.
Nice, thanks. The joke's on the Kentucky fans. I picked Kentucky to go to the Elite Eight. I'm hoping I mush those motherfuckers.
Kentucky.
Real quick, though, he said, so Providence is 1-5 when they've been out-rebounded. Does that mean they've only been out-rebounded 6 times? I'm dead. Like,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's what that would imply.
That's what that would imply, right? Like stats, you have to look at stats with a certain thing. The other thing, I wrote about it. Do you know, you weren't here yesterday, do you know what Texas's rebounding margin is, Marty?
No.
I figured this out on Money Shots, Smitty, when I looked it up. Do you have any idea what Texas's rebounding margin is on the year? Team like Texas.
Pretty high.
Negative 0.7.
You know what that is? That's just lack of heart and coaching. Not boxing
I don't
out.
know. That's something. That's
or
one
you
of those
just
nobody's talking about. Houston's going to hit the glass really hard. Colgate has a bunch of guys that are probably playing with nothing to lose. I don't know. Texas just
They're Texas.
file that away.
But you file it away, and I get what you mean. Well, first of all, no one's talking about it because no one looks at rebound margins besides you. 2,
I take that. As a compliment. You think that's an insult? You think that's an insult? I take that as a compliment.
I know it's a compliment. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say I knew you.
Did
would
you
be
watch
okay with
Hoop
that.
Vision's 68 facts about all the teams yesterday and what they run?
But obviously, Texas has been
Double flash screens. You know what
completely
Creighton does? They
fine.
run a ghost so you can't find them, and Shireman hits the corner.
Texas has been completely fine with that.
They have, but it's worth noting. That's all I'm going to say. Marty, halfway point. Tell us about Busker's Irish Whiskey.
Everyone in the company, and content-wise, got a team this year thanks to Busker Whiskey, and I actually did a commercial for them. The Busker Whiskey is unbelievable, very smooth. I got Kennesaw State, and the best thing what Busker is doing for us is that if our team, a 9 through a 16 seed, anyone's team that wins 2 games, we just get a free trip to Ireland. That's crazy. It used to be like, oh, you get to go to Dave's birthday. now we're going Ireland, which is ridiculous. The Busker Triple Cask Triple Smooth is an extraordinary blend with extraordinary smoothness. This new-to-world Irish whiskey is born out of a modern Ireland where the contemporary and bold meet the traditional. Be bold or bust with Busker and find the Busker in stores. Find the Busker in store. You can find them on the Busker Irish Whiskey on there on Instagram. Busker whiskey is fantastic. Go drink that with a little March Madness this week.
Next game up.
Princeton, Arizona. It's minus 14.5. Arizona.
Yeah, I like Arizona.
Why is it that low?
Because every line in these tournaments, I'm telling you, they're all really low, and there's going to be a few blowouts. And that's, again, another not really rocket science fucking hot take.
This game's whatever. I hate these.
It's a lay down. I think
Princeton can shoot, though.
What?
Princeton can shoot. You saw them against Yale. They had their big fucking
over 153
draining threes.
I think that might be one of those things you just think Princeton can shoot every year.
That's true.
You group the teams. I'll look into it. I'll see what they're
very
at.
true.
But it's a lay down.
Well, I mean, you obviously might be right. The over is 153. That's a shit ton of points.
All right, so Princeton's field goal percentage, 45.9, effective field goal 53, 3-point field goal percentage 34. So yeah, I mean they can shoot.
This guy has.
They can shoot okay, but yeah, I have numbers on everybody.
Look at his papers. He's
got numbers on everything.
You can literally just go on the internet.
No. It's organized. A numbers guy. It's a lay down for me, but I'd probably lay Arizona. I also said, then what does that put the first half at? 8, 9?
Yeah.
I got to be 4 possessions better than Princeton with 2 big monsters and guys who could probably get Princeton guys in foul trouble. I'm liking more Arizona first half. Smitty, what do you got? Lay down? Or are you playing it?
No, I actually like Princeton here.
Okay.
I like them to keep it close, and that's solely from watching them beat up on Yale, who I hammered in the final. I think obviously they lose, but I think nice little backdoor might be what happened.
What did Arizona have in the first round last year? They get slept on and play close? Because I know TCU obviously gave them a fit.
That's the thing, Smitty, where you just said that fucks with me, and that's why I think people that don't watch college basketball have a better opinion, because I will bet somebody and they'll fuck me, and I'm like, oh well, I have to bet that team now, the other team. Like there's just things that stick in my head where I'm like, oh, I saw them play against some shitty team and they sucked. I'm betting against them and then they're just really good. Like that. So many of my bets from this year have fucked me. Is why I usually get screwed in March, and where like Rhea filling out a bracket's probably gonna fucking hit it like 80%.
Princeton or Arizona?
Ooh. You know what? I hate them nerds down the road at Princeton. I'm going to go Arizona.
All right. Next one up, Marty.
Illinois, Arkansas. Tough for me because
you got 2 futures.
January, I bet Illinois 80-1 and Arkansas 50-1, and they're playing each other. But I have Arkansas minus 1.5. I think that Arkansas's problem, which I can see, is how young they are, and Illinois does have 2 guys who've been in the tournament, one who won the tournament, one that's been very deep in it, who's really good, but they're so streaky. I'm going young talent Arkansas, and I'm also going coaching. Musselman's just a better coach than Underwood.
Listen, I like Underwood, obviously. I like Musselman too, but Underwood, it feels like Illinois with a lot of talent. Like, who's the big guy? I'm blanking on him. Kofi. They had Kofi. They couldn't get much done.
They had Kofi and fucking
Bello.
No, what's his name? The point guard. What the fuck? He got drafted.
Io DeSumo.
Io, yeah.
Yeah. So Underwood. I don't know. Musselman seems like one of those guys who could just figure it out. Like we look up in 5 or 6 years and you realize that Musselman's first round record is I don't know, 11-3.
And
you know what I mean? Like
back-to-back years, the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
Fucking
I just
Illinois
he can get you out of the first round, no questions asked.
Matthew Meyer, Terrence Shannon Jr., they're 9 seed. Like they couldn't. That's a coach that couldn't get their guys together and figure out their roles, where they're still fighting over the ball sometimes. Like that's why I bet them, because they do have the talent if they can put it together, but they haven't. So that's why I'm going with Musselman.
I mean, I watched them beat Texas at the Garden in the Jimmy V.
Exactly,
so, yeah,
where it's like you were like, bro, they're good. And then all of a sudden they're losing to fucking Nebraska.
Yeah, it's another one too. Like the Big Ten's going to tell you the story. Depending on how Maryland does, like we'll start to see that storyline unfold. I think that it's good that, to me, Texas A&M's playing at the end of the night, because I'm really, really leaning towards A&M And if we start to see the Big Ten unfold, or fold like a cheap suit, or however that term is, you're probably going to start to lean towards A&M. What, Smitty? Which way you got here? Arkansas, Arizona. I'm sorry, Arkansas, Illinois. It's a lay down for me. No play.
Yeah, it's also another coin flip. The wife went Illinois on her bracket. I'm going Illinois.
All right. Next one, Marty.
Next one.
We gotta get Zaz back.
Oh yeah, Zah. What do you got? Arkansas, Illinois.
I'm gonna go Illinois.
Okay.
Liddyville. Let's go.
All right.
Next
Chuck.
one is Auburn -1.5 against Iowa. I am all over Auburn.
Yeah, it's weird. It's what Auburn is basically in a home game. I heard somewhere somebody described this a little bit as, take a look at when Duke played South Carolina in the second round, and I think the game was way closer to South Carolina. Like, the tournament's not going to be perfectly seeded. It's not going to be perfectly regionalized. South Carolina showed out for that game and kind of pounded Duke, if I remember. So just be aware here, Auburn in a home game. Iowa struggles shooting the ball. I obviously like all those guys. I like Fran. I'm rooting for him to get to the Sweet 16. But they really struggle shooting the ball away from home. It's kind of a de facto home game for Auburn. And then Auburn could be really pesky if Sasser's down against Houston. So like Auburn here to me is a little bit of a dark horse or a star. And again, I don't really love Auburn's makeup, which you just have to kind of look at the draws. The draw matters. That's why I think Tennessee is in a great spot. I really do. Tennessee's in a great spot via that draw.
I don't, but Auburn is a worse matchup for Houston than Iowa. I think Houston smokes Iowa. I think that because they play like kind of the same way.
They could bump the guys off of screens on the perimeter.
And Auburn's kind of, I don't know,
they probably got a few guys that could stay with Murray. Yeah, it is what it is. Smitty, which way are you leaning?
I'm going contrarian here. I'm going Iowa.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are on Auburn because of the playing in Birmingham and Bruce Pearl looking like no, Iowa.
Zah.
Money line.
Auburn's actually my buskers team. So
Okay.
War Damn Eagle. I've
War
been
Damn Eagle.
doing some research. Shout out Johnny Broom.
Oh, he's good. He's
my
from
man.
Morehead State.
Yes,
Yeah, he's
sir.
very, very good.
No, yes, seriously. He's from Plant City, Florida.
Yes.
So shout out.
Transfer
to him.
from Morehead State. Very, very
But
good.
I love Auburn.
Yep. Mark and Philly, you got a pick for today?
Yeah, I was going to do your love like lay down game here. So my love was Furman in the tourney for the first time in 43 years. Buffalo and Slauson, two of the best players on any mid-major. UVA missing Vanderplas. I like Furman to win that game. And I also like Charleston. They haven't lost since February 2nd. San Diego State only 15 and 18 against the spread.
For the record, that was the game I was at.
Well, you're not going to be there today. So I think
exactly.
they're in the clear there. So San Diego State 15 and 18 against the spread. They scream Mountain West loser in the first round. I'm with Rico on Furman Charleston outright into a second round matchup. And then my laydowns UNC Asheville, UCLA. I'm nervous about UCLA. They feel vulnerable with the injuries. I wish they gave UCLA a Colgate or a Vermont instead of Asheville, and I'd fire on them. I'm laying down because I just can't get there to trust Asheville.
All right, I appreciate it. Let's bang this guy out real quick. DeCucci, you're on Iowa, looks like. What do you got?
Yes, sir. I'm on Iowa today. I think first and foremost, Auburn's kind of been fortunate to play in the SEC where nobody shoots three-pointers, so they've defended the three-point ball well, but I think Iowa's going to give them fits around the perimeter. I know Fran has kind of a history of struggling in March, but I think this might be the year he can get to the second week, and I like their matchup against Houston moving on a little bit further, but I know you said they got some guys that can stay in front of Chris Murray. My concern for Auburn is that they just get killed on the offensive glass. Iowa's inside the top 80 in terms of offensive rebounding rate. Breaking down plays, those outside jumpers coming off offensive rebounds are going to be a real problem for Auburn, and I just don't think they'll be able to get it done in transition like they did in the SEC all year. So I'm on Iowa. I'm taking the 1.5 points. I think it's going to be a close game, but I like the Hawkeyes to get it done here today.
If you're taking the 1.5, you almost have to win, but I appreciate you. I rarely see a +1 cover, but it is what it is. Marty, what else you got? We're about halfway through. I think this is starting the night slate.
Yep.
All right, so that works out perfectly. I also think this is a good thing too, because like people are always like, "Oh, explain your picks." That Brandon touched on. We're explaining our picks as we go through this, so that just showing the graphic at the end seems like it works. So you're explaining why you like what you have today, and I think most people are betting college basketball until Smitty shows us his 14 hockey plays. So we'll allow you some time at the end, Smitty, to explain that for sure.
That's fair.
Right.
That's fair.
What else you got here as we kick into the night slate?
Duke -6 against Oral Roberts. This is again. No one listens to me about Duke all year, and all of a sudden, they're everyone's in their Final Four now. Been telling you all year this team is deep. They finally have all their roles. Max Asmus, yes, he can go off and score 35 for sure. But they have him and the unicorn who's 7'5", who we have one of the best rim protectors on Duke in the country. So I really, really think we match up really good against them because Jeremy Roach or Proctor can go on Asmus and they can switch on and off because that's how deep they are. I really promise you, not biased, love Duke by 15 today. I really, really do.
It's a lay down for me, which is weird because it is going to be one of the best games to watch. So I'm definitely watching, obviously. But I can't play it. I lean Oral Roberts here. I do. They're 22nd in offense, I believe, or they're. I'll look up the numbers. They're very good on offense, and they're 100 spots better on defense than they were in this 2021 team, which is all based on numbers. So obviously the truth that holds merit. They're here you go, 23rd in offense, 107th in defense. They used to be 66th and
that's Oral Roberts,
212th, the 2021 team. So that's based off possessions. They also played a little bit of a tougher schedule. I feel like this year, I know they played some tough games. It's a stay away. I do think Oral Roberts is becoming too sexy. I'm kind of staying away, but I really do think it's going to be a kind of a fist fight. Well, put it this way. I think Oral Roberts wins outright or Duke wins by 15. I kind of agree with you there.
Yeah.
I actually shouldn't say. I don't think it's going to be a close. The only way it's going to be close is if Oral wins outright.
I think
otherwise, I do think Duke just gets all the breaks and goes up 15 and takes care of business.
What people don't realize about Duke is that their defense is fucking really good. Everyone always thinks they have this star offensive player, which they kind of do in Filipowski this year, but their defense is what has been winning them a lot of games lately.
Right. Smitty, which way are you going?
Look, I joke around saying I'm trusting the wife here. There's one thing I trust more than the wife, and that's where the money's going. Right now, Oral Roberts at plus 6.5 is getting 48% of the bets, but 80% of the money. Do I think they can win? Maybe, but I think it's going to be close. I'm going Oral Roberts here, and I love it.
All right, Za.
Oral Roberts, let's go.
All right.
What the fuck is wrong with all of you?
I stayed away. Marty, what's the next one?
But wouldn't 80% on Oral Roberts be like everyone, like the public?
Well, when it's saying 50% of the bets are going on Oral Roberts, 48% of the bets are going, but 80% of the money, that means the big money is going.
Oh, yeah. I thought you said 8% of the money.
Marty, I'm with you on Duke today.
Which is weird, too, because Duke does seem like a team that the public would want to back. But
of course.
Sharks.
But also.
Well, maybe they are, but you got a couple big whales going in, and knows what they're doing, and shifts the money.
But also, people love to think Duke's going to lose in the first round.
Yep, that's why I'm on Oral Roberts.
Yep. What do you got? What's the next one?
Texas, Colgate, just actually, as I opened the app, went down to minus 13.5 Texas.
So I like Colgate here. I think a team that shoots threes right down to the final whistle can try to stay within the number. I also think you could have Texas at 20 at the 4-minute mark. Maybe I get the Colgate still playing. We're going under screens. We're not playing our hardest. You got A&M potentially in the next game. Texas rivalry. All right, let's nobody get hurt. Colgate backdoor cover. Or things just go great for Colgate the whole way, and Texas is sweating this fucking thing out right to the end. I think it's more towards the backdoor type thing, bad beat, whatever you want to call it. I like Colgate here plus 13.5.
I like Texas. I also can see Colgate. These games just don't. I'm so bad. They don't interest me that much. I like when the closer seeds are playing, but I'll go Texas here. I am a little worried that everyone's sucking off Texas a little bit.
I'm worried about the rebounding margin, but
we know.
Really am. I really am.
We know that margin.
Smitty, which way you going?
Can't sleep at night.
I'm going.
I don't
on...
sleep at night anyway. Toothbrushes are Texas. I had 3 nightmares last night.
You're a little biased on Colgate, by the way.
Yes.
That is also
yes, but my rationale here. Put it this way: I was very bullish on Colgate winning a game outright. I
Really
do
trying to
not.
get that bullish out there.
Oh yeah, this is stock market glasses. I definitely know the rationale, and I don't think Colgate can beat Texas outright. That's like just fact. You got to have rationale here. Just because you love a team, the matchups matter. I do think that Colgate shoots the ball really well and can backdoor and be in this conversation. I like Colgate plus the number. Do I think they can win outright? Absolutely not against Texas. I really do. 0%. Smitty, which way are you going?
Yeah, we said it yesterday. Can they win? No, but can they pull a backdoor cover on the backs of being the best statistically three-point shooting team in the NCAA? Yes. I mean, they're shooting 40% from beyond. Like, they can stick and cover.
Yeah. Nick in Florida, what do you got?
What's going on, boys? I don't think you guys have touched on this one yet, but one of my favorite plays tonight is Boise State money line against Northwestern. I think Northwestern does have the best player on the court in Boo Buie, obviously, but I like Degenhart down low. All 5 starters on Boise State play a majority of their minutes. Only 20% of their minutes are coming from the bench. Degenhart's good at rebounding. He can score the ball. Obviously, Marcus Shaver Jr. is electric. He's able to score. He dishes the ball really well, averaging over 4 assists a game. And we've seen Max Rice take over games. I think one of those games was Colorado State towards the end of the season. They were down 6 or 8 points. He went on a 12-0 run by himself. This team shoots the 3 ball really well. I really like this matchup for Boise State.
All right. Yeah, listen, I like Boise too, but I'm waiting to see kind of how this Mountain West – I think we're going to know going into this game the Mountain West story. We've already seen Nevada flame out. If San Diego State gets blown out, you got to start worrying about the Mountain West. It's also crazy. Mountain West got what, 4 teams in? Nevada, Utah State, Boise State, and San Diego State.
Mm-hmm.
Do you put them in the equivalent of the A-10 in the East? And why is the A-10 only getting 1? Like, look at how bad the A-10 must be that the Mountain West is getting.
The A-10 was real bad.
I understand, but those two used to interchange.
Yeah, no.
So it's just weird with that. Za, what do you got?
So
actually, we didn't. Did we? That was just a caller. Sorry. Boise State.
No,
he was on
Northwestern.
Texas Colgate.
Northwestern. So I had a one of my first finance conferences in my undergrad was in Chicago. Went to Northwestern and went to that. I think there's a restaurant called Dick's whatever, where they Dick's to you. So.
Oh yeah, where they insult you the entire time.
Exactly. And then what happened after that? I can't really talk about on here, but that made me fall in love with Northwestern, so it will be Northwestern until I die.
You liked them insulting you.
But there's dicks everywhere. I went to Dick's when I was 6 years old in Myrtle Beach. Got me a condom hat.
It's what we did after that with the Northwestern people.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
okay.
Can't talk
okay.
All right, so that game was probably up on the board anyway. Do you have a like or lay down on Boise? I'm on Boise. I like Boise.
I'm on Northwestern.
Okay.
Northwestern's Boo Buie is fucking really good.
It's pretty good. They're bad defensively though. Bad.
Yeah.
If I had to choose to be Boise State, but I'm still stay away.
All right. What's the next one?
Houston, Northern Kentucky.
I love Houston first half, and I love Houston on the game. I'm also bumping the line to, I believe the text already at 27.5 plus 210. Like, to me, if I'm going to win by 24, you're probably going to win by 28. I'm going to get 2-1 payout. I think even without Sasser playing, Northern Kentucky, I watched, picked them to win the Horizon. What they want to do is slow this game down. Houston's just going to squish them. They can get steals. They can get out and run. I think Houston squishes this team. Northern Kentucky might score 8 points in the first half. And they're okay with playing that style. They're not going to change it up and try to run and keep going. They're going to play slow. They're infuriating. If you're going to back Northern Kentucky, be prepared to be infuriated here. I love Houston.
That's why what you just said, I'm going under 122. That's a really low number, and I think with a number 1 seed, everyone thinks that they're gonna get to that number, but I don't think Northern Kentucky's gonna really score at all, and it's gonna be a blowout, and they're not gonna get the number.
I think Houston could score 80, and you could still go under.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
like you might go under. It would be hard to do, but you might go under. Smitty, which way are you going?
Yeah, I'm going Houston.
Okay,
minus 19. Just think they roll. Yeah.
Chalk eating bastard.
Yep.
As am I on this one. Sometimes you look at what Houston has done. Houston was laying – does this make any sense to anybody? Houston was laying 23 points in their conference, quarters?
Quarters.
To who?
Cincy. Was it Cincy?
Cincy in the AAC? I got the Horizon. It's a 1-bid league. It's a 16 seed, and I'm only laying 19.
I think
or what's the line up to? 23?
No, it's 19.
It's 19?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's what I was saying. When you did 27, it's only plus 210. I was like,
well, yeah, I know. That's how it goes. But
I was thinking though that I don't know about Sasser. So like, is he playing?
Neither do I. But dude, it's the style. Like you're
No,
telling
for
me the
sure.
next
It's just-
guy up is not going to be like crawling your shorts, play defense, go get steals, go to the basket.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think they just smoke. Like I don't know. Northern Kentucky doesn't have interchangeable guys. Houston might. Not interchangeable because Sasser is their best player, but I don't know. I think it's Calvin Sampson. It's a style.
We got 3 games left, so let's go.
All right, yeah, let's go. Sorry, but we did all the picks, so I mean, I think I navigated it pretty well.
No, it was
Go
good.
ahead.
Louisiana, Tennessee, plus 11. Louisiana is what I'm on.
It's a lay down. I do get it. I think it wouldn't shock me here if Louisiana wins, but I do think of all the teams in the whole country, of anybody looking at who can make a run, and the next thing you know, they're in the Sweet 16 and you hated them, it's Tennessee. I really do. I hate Tennessee. I don't think they're good. I think Tennessee's got a great draw here, and if they win this game, like, take a look. I think everybody's a little high on Duke, so that's distracting. Shout out Glenny. But I like Tennessee again here in this game. Smitty, take the pick. Maybe my brain will come back for the next one.
And you know exactly what the Balls is doing, too. You don't even have to see it.
Yeah,
you know he's got some Philly there. No, Raging Cajuns, horns up. No, not horns up. UL, baby. UL all day, every day. We talked about the last 2 days. Look, if there's one thing I know about this life, it's called destiny. And would I want to go on vacation to Ireland with Tico if you gave me the choice? That's up for God to say, and I'm gonna say God's gonna force me to go on that trip.
Well,
so
let's leave the
Louisiana to hit the.
Let's leave the God stuff to me. But yeah, I get your point.
No, yeah, no. God rewards you, Rico. He punishes others.
Fair enough. I would say God's been pretty hard on me, but trust in the Lord. I am your shepherd. Marty,
I'm going Louisiana here. Rick Barnes is one of the worst to do it in March.
Yes.
I am just going rage. I'm with Smitty here. The point guard out. I think their defense is worse, but their offense is kind of better, which is weird to think. But yeah, I'm going Louisiana.
Louisiana, Tennessee. One word.
Tennessee.
Got it. Marty, what's the next one?
Sharps are on Tennessee, FYI.
Penn State, Texas A&M, minus 2.5 Texas A&M. I know you just said you like.
Yeah, I'm really starting to lean on A&M here.
Penn State plus 2.5. I love it. I love it. I do think though people will think, oh, they made the conference tournament championship. Is that a little hangover? Then they got smoked. But I think they came back in that. But I'm going Penn State plus 2.5.
Smitty.
A&M.
Okay.
Done.
Za.
No pick. I was going to go Texas A&M, but they didn't let us storm, so no pick.
Oh, you first lay down of the day. All right.
Penn.
What's the last one?
UNC Asheville plus 18 against UCLA. I'm going Asheville plus 18.
Lay down for me. I agree with what Mark was saying with that UCLA. I want to see what they're missing their best defender. I still think they.
By that time, you're gonna want to lay down. Like, you'll throw you'll put the over anyway or something like that, where you're like, fuck this, but or you're just gonna be so hyped that you're killing it. So, to be honest, we're not gonna know how we're feeling at that time tonight, which is terrifying.
Yeah, I've yet, knock on wood, to have a horrific tournament where you put a movie on the last game of the day because you're you're out of it. Like you're out of it. I'm hoping I'm not there, but yeah, this is last game of the night, 2:15. This is an all-time lay down. Smitty, what do you got?
Yeah, lay down.
All right.
Same
I just really don't feel great about it. Hold on, one last one. Ryan and do you already talk about San Diego State?
Yeah.
What's up? What do you got?
Could you tell me anybody who they've beaten that's good this year? Lost to Arizona, lost to Arkansas, and they've beaten nobody else. This team is like a 9 seed in my opinion.
Didn't San Diego State play Houston to like a 5-point game, or was that St. Mary's?
No, they lost to St. Mary's too.
Okay. Oh, they lost to St. Mary's. Okay. And St. Mary's played Houston to a 5-point game.
They went to overtime.
They haven't beaten a single team.
Well, who did Charleston beat?
No one either, but at least they're a mid-major who's hot, can shoot.
Yeah, I think the Mountain West. I get your point. You're down on them, so it sounds like you're with Charleston. I think the Mountain West is one of those compelling leagues. Like 1-11 in their last 12 or something like that in first 4 first-round games. Like, they're horrific. You saw last night. Everybody went to bed on that one. Arizona State beat the shit out of them. So we'll run through the cards real quick as we kind of finish it out. Mario, you have your card. Smitty, actually, you know what? Smitty, why don't you go first? Because you can mix in some of the stuff. Take your time on the whole hockey and different stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, we got tennis, Sinner going up against Fritz today, money line. Now, we talked about Maryland, Oral Roberts. We talked about all these games going up, pretty much backed up all of them. Illinois, Arkansas under 144.5. Blue Jackets at Kings. That's kind of my hockey game of the night. Really feeling the Kings here. Avs, Senators over 6.5 goals. And, yeah, all she wrote. Let's have a day, boys and girls.
Let's try to have a day. Here's where I'm at. Houston first half. I got Houston first half minus 12. Houston moved the line to 27.5 is plus 210. Furman plus the 5.5. Utah State I love at minus 1.5. Bama first half minus 14. Charleston plus 5. Colgate plus the 13.5. Marty, sorry, I didn't realize 556. What do you got?
No,
You've went through all these. So.
Yeah, I went through it. You could just look at it on the screen.
What's the best bet if you had to go with it?
My best bet, San Diego State.
All right, so San Diego State, Houston first half, and Smitty, what would yours be if we were putting together a 3-team parlay?
Charleston.
Okay, pick something else. He's got San Diego State. Or, all right, do this.
Let me tell you, that'd be a bad parlay.
My best bet is the Los Angeles Kings minus 1.5.
All right, fair enough.
Louisiana first half spread.
Fair enough. All right, great show. Enjoy the tournament. We'll be covering it tomorrow and then dive kind of back into some of these lines tomorrow. Same thing and unpack the storylines from yesterday. No yak?
No yak.
No yak.
Watch this.
Enjoy the stream. Starting up soon. See you later.
Good stuff, boys and girls.